Hi guys, good morning. I look a little bit messy. Okay, let's put the hair down. Good morning. So today it's about how do I party? Okay, I didn't party yesterday. I went actually to bed early. So he messaged me on Instagram and he's like, I saw you like psychedelic parties. And I said, yeah, of course, I like them a lot. And he's like, then of course, I said immediately I don't do drugs. And then he's like, what, you also don't smoke? I said, no, nothing. And he's like, what? How do you do it? Please help me. And I know so many people out there, you guys, and I say you guys because I don't do it. I don't. Okay, let me tell you about myself. I'm Morena Gatifola. I'm the admin of the touring group. Thank you so much for following me and supporting me and my moderators. Thank you to my moderators. I'm a healer, I'm a psychic, I'm a seer, I can see and read energies. Within seconds, I can tap into the problem and release it. I'm a starseed, I'm a mighty dimensional being. That means I work on all levels. This life, childhood, past lives, from ancestor lineage within one session. And body, mind, and soul within one session. So it's quite intense, but it's very powerful and fast and life-changing. So I don't drink coffee. I don't like milk products. I'm lactose intolerant, or whatever you want to call it. I don't drink Coca-Cola. I don't drink all those soft juices and drinks and sodas. Why? No, not because it's healthy or not healthy or whatsoever. I just don't like it, and my body cannot doesn't like it. I don't have allergies. It's just except that milk product things. But my body just simply doesn't like it. Like even alcohol, I don't like the taste. I don't know when people say, "Oh, I'm going for wine tasting," and I'm thinking, "What? You can pay me $1 million to go for wine tasting." I know. There's this taste, then you get the flavor of the alcohol, like the taste of whatever it is, and then you get this alcohol taste, and I hate it. It's like, oh, and I don't know why, like this fermented whatever that is, that grapes, I don't like it. And with coffee, it smells amazing, but when you drink it, actually there is no flavor. It's just that milk or sugar you need, or whatever flavors you need to make it tasty. I love the smell of coffee. And the funny, crazy part is about wine and coffee and even drugs. When I smell them, I can tell you if it's a good or bad quality, but I will never take it, and I haven't taken it. So how do I party? Coming to the point, how do I party going out? Um, so no, I don't drink green tea. I don't drink black tea. It makes me feel like already I'm like really hypersensitive, so I don't need all those things. And I'm just always talking for star seeds, okay? You can always ask me questions. If you have questions, let me know. If I had an addiction, yes, I had one, and that was actually an eating disorder, and it started when I was 16. But it started because I could feel the power within myself, and I could feel that I have a strong energy field and that I'm very powerful, and it scared me because I always was scared of, like, if I got angry, I could destroy so many things. Like I had like a really bad temper if I got hurt or if someone would enter my energy field. But it took me a long time and many years to understand what's going on. When I realized I'm psychic and I'm very sensitive and I'm a starseed, I realized that I do feel the energies of other people. So my challenge was to understand who I am, how I am, and how I feel and what I want. And that really helped me to understand that when others come into my energy field, knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously, that I don't absorb it. I let it be with them because it's their energy and not mine. And then I don't react to their vibration. That was like one of the most toughest things I had to learn. And that's like the Shiva energy. It's like destroyer or healer. And then I said, no, wow, I can destroy, but I don't want to destroy. I want to be a healer. And being a healer means you destroy on purpose an old pattern so something new can be reborn and new created, which is the pattern of the person, which is their unique matrix. Okay, so that's how I use my Shiva energy. So yeah, so that was an addiction I had, like a codependency, I call it, till I had to figure out and learn about myself, and then it stopped. Also, I always look into things. Am I in the right environment? Do I interact with people who are good to me and with me and for me? Do I do things which I like or don't like? So those are things are so important. Like I'm very, very sensitive to noises. Like my ears are very sensitive. And then I noticed, wow, people, when they talk, even if it's a different language, and they talk about things which are very negative, it really hurts me in the ears. If someone is sick, like really sick from inside, and the doctors, and they don't even know themselves, I can smell it. It smells like really rotten meat. So I know that most of the people who take drugs, even starseeds, which you don't need to take drugs, doing it to numb themselves because they're like overly stimulated by sound, smell, taste, vibration, people, surroundings, traffic. So this is something, please really look into that. I can also help you with healing sessions if you want. We can tap into it and then we can look what's going on. Because another point is, the second point is, besides the senses we have, being sensitive, it's the food we eat, of course, it's a part of the senses. The second part is ancestral lineage. Are there addiction? Are there codependencies? Are there patterns which you need to heal for them, with them, to support the ancestral lineage so we can release the old karmic patterns to move into 5D? The third thing is, what do I do when I go party? I don't take drugs because drugs do open all the chakras and auras, and it's, yes, you get a high because your soul snaps out of your body. You connect and see and feel all the vibrations, what's going on. But the moment the drugs stop, it's like, I call it, you sitting in a Porsche, but you haven't driven a Porsche yet. So are you ready for what's going on? So your body can naturally activate all your psychedelics within yourself with normal herbs and food and a certain lifestyle and releasing blockages. That's one reason I started doing the Starseed activation course. I have put a link here in the description, okay? So me going to a party is, I love nature, so I always mostly go outdoors and I just tune into the frequency of the sound and that just snaps me. And then I just I just love music. The music is my drug. So what I do is I see colors when I close my eyes. I tune into the frequency, and then people always say, Agatha, are you taking drugs? And I'm like, no, I've never taken drugs. I was actually struggling in India and in Sri Lanka many years because people were always telling me, Agatha, you're taking drugs, because they saw me dancing, and I just go cuckoo because I just love the music. So I put it little down. And when I spent more and more time with them, then they saw I don't drink. I have my water. I get high on my water, and I have my fruits and vegetables. And I wouldn't take any drugs. And then they just really enjoyed hanging out with me, even though they were the ones who took drugs. But then they really saw I'm genuine, I'm authentic, and I preach what I do and I do what I preach. So I'm very authentic in that what I say. I will not say something which I haven't done. Okay, of course, I'm not Jesus, I'm not perfect. But I definitely make an effort to teach you something out there which I really live and which I practice. Okay, so if you really need help with, you want to party and be yourself and be high on yourself without taking any drugs, because it's more healthy, because the drugs do damage your nerves. the nerves have to be strong to deal with high frequent energies. Why is that? I know many people out there will say, you went through a lot of trauma and you did ayahuasca, you did peyote or whatever that is, and you did LSD and mushroom and whatsoever. It's okay. It's your lifestyle. But if you can choose to heal, to party without those supplements, not feeling crappy the next day, and tapping into psychedelics from inside out naturally, wouldn't you choose that? That's my question to you. Wouldn't you honestly choose that? To have a psychedelic trip without taking drugs anytime you want? Isn't that a part of freedom and liberation and loving yourself? Because the drugs do damage your body. I mean, it does. It's like you have a high, it's like drinking coffee. Many people have a burnout because they push themselves all the time. It's like when you do sports and you do doping, but you can actually be really good and fast without any doping, without damaging your body. It does make a difference, right? So if you have any questions, please let me know. And if you want to reach out and need help and support, let me know. Um, so yeah, what do? I have a certain lifestyle, which is, of course, it means to not meet all the people in the world. It means to avoid certain environments, places, and people. But at the same time, it helps me to embrace myself and who I am and to understand who I am. And that helps me again to shift into the timeline I want to live and I want to have. So there's a reason why I haven't faced any COVID. I haven't faced any lockdowns. I'm free because I'm always going off the vibration of love. In the morning when I wake up, I say, I choose love. I choose the path of love, and love shows me the way. If this helps you, then you're most welcome to reach out to me and ask me for help. I will gladly help you to be in your power and to help yourself. Hi. Hello, now got it. Okay, that's good. Do you have questions? Hi. Hi. Hi, Ralph. Hi, Jaren. Hi, Jaylene. Do you have questions? If you have questions, you can surely ask me, then I can answer them. But I think, so this is what I do. This is how I party without drugs. No, I have never ever taken drugs. I have not. Because I know from very small age that I knew it's not going to do well for me because already I'm like so sensitive. Just imagine me taking drugs. I would just lose it. I know that and I don't want that. And one experience I had that was I can see auras, right? And energies. So when I was in school, just a story I want to share with you. When I was in school, I was I had a really good friend and she would always say, oh, I want to try cocaine. I want to try this and that. And I never judged her, nothing. I was thinking, yeah, okay, if you want to do it, do it. One day she came into the classroom and her aura was gray. It didn't have the color as it used to have. And that's the first time I really think I noticed that I can see auras. And I looked at her and I stared at her and she looked at me and I said, did you take drugs? She looked at me. She was so shocked. She said, why? I said, because your aura changed. She said, what you see? I didn't explain it to her. I didn't want to upset her. And she said, yes, she did take it and was actually during the weekday. It was school day time. It was not weekend. And that just shook me. It scared me. Um, and I know also people who drink a lot of coffee, they have a gray aura. Did you know that? It's very interesting. It's like the life source and source, it's kind of deconnected. It's like you're not fully aligned and in touch with your source energy. And then it's like your life source energy is not really flowing properly through your body. And it's so important for us to be starseed and having a body to be here on earth because we incarnate here to make a shift and a change, having our body that makes it so unique. So why don't you enjoy your life? And also one thing I notice is people when they take drugs they want to have this kick, right? Like they call it endorphin and like whatever. And That means you need more intense sex, you need more intense this and this and this and this. But what I do, and this is something I always have like a challenge with myself, I jump from 3 meters, then I jump from 5 meters. I do things to overcome my fear. This is like so important to overcome your fears. Give yourself small steps, little challenges to overcome your fear, and that gives you a kick, a life experience, a life force, adrenaline flow. This is something which is so important, okay? That will really, really help you. And that helps you also to let go of control. And when you go to parties, you can just jump and scream and cry and dance without taking any drugs and just having the best time of your life. Okay, do you believe that eating meat is bad spiritual? No, I don't believe that because, to be honest, um, I'm almost vegan. Okay, I'm vegetarian. I don't eat meat, but I don't like what most of the vegans do, and that's being very racist. It's like just because you eat meat, does it make you a bad person? No. But what I would ask you and suggest you to do is, Ralph, if you eat meat, do a blessing and say thank you to the animal who gave themselves to you that you can eat them. It's like when I eat and I eat a fruit and the fruit is also a living being, I say thank you to the person who got me the fruit, who planted the fruit. I say thank you to Mother Earth and the soil. So just say, make sure the meat is from a good place. Bless the meat, bless the animal, and bless the people who fed the animal, and just enjoy whatever you eat. Okay, the sickness starts in our brain. Doesn't start with the food. Okay, so don't feel guilty, just enjoy what you eat. But I would suggest, just from experience, most of the meat has fear-based energy because it's the way they get slaughtered. So that's why you do the blessing and the prayer. But it's really good to eat more vegetables because you need to make sure you need alkaline nutritions in your body, and meat is not really alkaline. It makes your body more acidic, which is proceeding and speeding up the process of getting older fast. Okay, this is something which they even have found out in science. Um, Whatever. Do you have any more questions? Otherwise, I would close this video for now. I'll talk to you soon, and thank you so much, guys. You have a wonderful day, good morning or good evening or good night. Bye.